Hey everyone, welcome to day 20 of 21 of my YouTube challenge. Today I'm going to be talking about going and moving towards your fears and why that's important. Now, understand that everything you want is on the other side of fear. A fast analogy is if you find someone attractive and you're single, you generally want to go talk to them, but a lot of times people don't because they're afraid of what the reaction might be. But what you do want is you want a favorable reaction with someone attractive so you guys can go date and yada 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 yada, right? But that's on the other side of the rejection of fear, or fear of rejection, I should say. And so something to think about is, if you keep that in mind, everything you want is on the other side of fear. For example, if you're a fighter, one of the things might be, I want to be a good fighter, and I'm really scared to fight that guy because he's really good. Generally, you're not going to be scared to fight people you're better than. You're going to be scared to fight people who are better than you. This is true for Taekwondo, this is true for boxing that I'm learning. The person who can help you the most and is going to help you grow the most is a person you are most afraid to fight. So what should you do? You should fight that person as often as possible until it becomes normal. Now, a secret in life is, some of you know this, some of you don't. If you run towards your fears get smaller. If you run away from your fears just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Because that's just how life works, and I think God or the grand designer set up that paradigm so that way you have to run towards your fear to build your character, build your skills, and build your traits, so you can, after you pass on to the next life or plane or whatever else is above us, you keep those character skills with you as you upgrade. But the only way to build those character skills are by purposely exposing yourself to situations of fear or of unknowing to build confidence and competence in your skill set. So for fighting, that means going to fight the best guy there is there. Now, you want to do this smartly. Obviously, you might want to work your way up the little ladder before you fight the head dude over and over again. But you could just fight the head dude over and over again, and you'll get pretty good that way as well. Now, that's easy to say for fighting, but what about internally? How are you supposed to grow internally? Like, what are you afraid to do? Well, just make a list of things you're scared to do would be strategy number one. And also keep in mind that there is a difference between fear and danger. Fear is, I'm scared to give a speech in front of 100 people because it's just nerve-wracking to be up there. That I might lose my train of thought. People might laugh at me. Irrational stuff. Maybe my shoes fall off, or my belt comes off, or my fly is open during my whole speech. Something crazy like that. Danger is, I'm scared to be in the woods, in bear-infested woods, because bears are like 10 foot tall and weigh a lot, and they could easily kill me. That's just dangerous. Don't do that. But run towards your fears. Run towards your fears. Don't do the danger thing. Now, that's in the physical world. In your mental world, think about this. Think about, what do I not want to say? Or what do I hold or put through a filter? Now, sometimes a filter is good, because if you're talking to someone and you're trying to make a sale, obviously having a rapport is good, and being likable is good. And so even if they have a differing opinion, maybe you just don't bring up your differing opinion, so that way you guys can continue to build good rapport. So that's one little strategy. But also keep in mind, if you're talking to someone and you feel the urge to really bring it up, but you're afraid to, try and take note of all the times that happens, because that is a clue into things you're afraid of and things that you don't say, or in another context, if you're afraid to talk about a certain thing that happened in your life, if you have a certain trauma that happened and you're afraid to talk about it, and you don't want to talk about it because of the feelings that brought up, understand that that traumatic experience or that thing will always have power over you until you finally find the grit or guts to talk about it. And yeah, it's going to be scary, it's going to be shameful, it's going to be embarrassing. And what you're going to find, though, is if you talk about it once, it's going to bring up all those emotions. If you talk about it a second time, it's going to bring it up, but a little bit less. A third time, a little bit less, until you can finally sort it out and get that stuff figured out. Now, the second one might not be as obvious, but I want to give you guys a couple of strategies, a couple of things I think about while I'm journaling and reflecting about where to grow and how to grow, because right now the process and the pathway I'm on is I'm trying to find the most growth as fast as possible. And so for some people, if you're in real estate, some of these guys go out and instead of trying to get 10 closes and 10 yeses or whatever the number is. They're trying to get out, they're trying to find as many no's as possible, figure out how many times they can fail as fast as they can in order to learn quicker, in order to improve faster, etc. So you can take that kind of philosophy and use that with fear. What am I afraid of? Those things, a giant list of fears that you're afraid of, are things that you should be going after. Just remember, it's fear, not danger. Those are different. Don't be dumb. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.